topics, and I have a story for you. Shout out to Torian Rain Reloaded for posting this on his live yesterday. I was supposed to make that video on that same day, but I was doing a lot of errands. So I'm putting in my 2 cents about this Collin Griffith case. I don't know who this guy was until Torian reminded us. So if you haven't heard about Collin Griffith, he is the psychopath who killed his mother due to stabbing her to death after he killed his father due to a gunshot wound. Let me play that clip.
17-year-old Collin Griffith did not commit murder when his mother died from a stab wound to the neck in September. News Channel 8's Polk County Bureau reporter Stacy DeSilva is live outside the sheriff's releasing center. That's in Bartow. Stacy, this is the second time he has said that he killed one of his parents in self-defense.
Yeah, Stacey, that is what I think really has captured the nation's attention about this case. As a teenager, Collin Griffith has killed both his parents in 2 separate incidents, and tonight he is set to be released from this center, a free young man.
As to count 1, the defendant is not guilty. As to count 2, the defendant is not guilty.
With an embrace from his defense team, Collin Griffith learned he will not be a convicted murderer. The 17-year-old called 911 in September to say his mother was stabbed in the neck at his grandmother's home in Auburndale. He initially told dispatchers she fell on the knife, but 5 months later, at his first-degree murder trial, his attorney Amy Thornhill argued he acted in self-defense.
But the law requires you to consider what Collin knew about his mom to decide whether you think he acted reasonably in defending himself.
Thornhill says Collin Griffith and his mother had a very disturbed relationship, which Collin Griffith alluded to himself on body-worn camera video while speaking with deputies at their Charlotte County home in November 2023.
I didn't really feel safe there with myself and with her, and that I didn't know what was going to happen. I still don't know what's going to happen.
Griffith was living with his mother because in February 2023, he shot and killed his father in Oklahoma. He claimed self-defense then as well and was never charged. Now, his attorney tells us that she is thankful for the jury's attention. Meanwhile, Sheriff Grady Judd said in a statement his detectives firmly believe Griffith murdered his mother and said the investigation into his father's death in Oklahoma is ongoing. Stacey?
So what happens next for him?
Well, we are told he's going to be released from this center by midnight tonight, and from there he's free to do whatever he wants. We don't really know where he's going to be, who he's going to be living with. His family did attend the trial. Again, this is the family of the victim as well, and they were here checking in about picking him up. They declined to comment. Stacey?
Highly unusual case. All right, Stacy DeSilva live in Bartow. Thank you.
Okay, so you guys just saw that clip. And let me tell you something. That is the most biggest BS I've ever heard in my entire life. How you stabbed and killed your mother at your grandma's house in Auburndale? How are you gonna sit out there and tell the police my mother died by falling on a knife? A knife is not positioned to stand straight up. It doesn't have that type of ability. It's only able to lay flat on the ground. So you expect me or anyone else to believe that she died by falling on a knife, and then 5 months later, now it's your attorney says, well, he really stabbed his mom to death because in an act of self-defense. Bruh, white privilege at its best. As in, you can come up with any BS of an excuse and get off. Yes, it's that real. It's the privilege is that real for them. That you can make up any old kind of BS, even if it's impossible. They can just get off just like that. Now I want you to see the other clip when he just walked out of there. It's gonna trip you out.
We're getting some new video in of Collin Griffith walking out of the jail after being processed and released. Let's take a look. Let's see who's there with him. Nobody. Wow.
He's alone?
That's kind of interesting.
Tells you a lot, doesn't it?
It sure does.
I wouldn't want him.
Where does he go?
Anywhere but near me.
He needs to be hospitalized and treated because he clearly, in my opinion, has been broken by life.
He's got complex PTSD.
Yeah.
He's definitely got some dysfunction.
I just want to check the control room. Like, there's no one there? Wow.
That was...
It just
Maybe they're waiting in the car, but still.
Okay, so you just saw that other clip of Collin Griffith walking out like he did nothing after he done killed both his parents. Remember, he killed his father, and he got off of that because it was supposed to be an act of self-defense, and he got off. That's when he moved in with his mom, because that was the reason why he moved in with her in the first place, because he killed his dad. And I guess his dad, he claims that his dad was threatening him and scaring him to the point that he had to do what he had to do to, I guess, whatever type of violence he claimed he was going to do to him to shoot him to death. Well, that wasn't the case, because same with the mom situation, he stabbed her to death. And this his second time. The second time he got off with a slap on the wrist, like he did nothing wrong. Even the people the journalists that saw him walking out that courtroom was even in disgruntled, like they was not feeling comfortable watching him walking out that room. You got one guy talking about, where's he going? No, the woman asking where he's going, and the guy responds, anywhere but me. They are even intimidated and scared by this kid. Ain't no telling what he's gonna do. Like, if he can get by with his parents, imagine him coming to a stranger. Imagine him coming towards an African American person and committing a murder towards that person. He'll get off easily like that. He probably won't even have a trial or court date. He said, oh, it was a black person? Oh, okay, you good to go. You ain't got no jail time. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I mean, he got off on his parents for killing his parents. He could use that same excuse. This system is not for us. It's for them. Clearly it shows. Even if they kill their own people, they can get off with it. So you know they'll get off on our murder. It happens for years. You got Daniel Penny getting off on Jordan Neely's death. He killed the man, choked him to death, and he gets celebrated and gets a job after he got released, after he was acquitted of killing Jordan Neely. This world is too scary. We are in a twilight zone of something. Black people, understand this. Your skin color is a threat. That's how I'm just gonna call it what it is. You know what I'm saying? We don't mean nothing to them. We don't mean nothing to this world. They swear there's no such thing as white privilege. BS. Those two clips you saw proved otherwise. Man, this is JG, always on topics, and all I gotta say is, I'm out.